Last week, we started laying the groundwork for the lore of Riders Republic. We asked for your help, and we're getting it left and right. So today, Mitch and I are going to sit down and do some dramatic readings of the submissions we've received so far. Voiceover skills, activate! Welcome back to the Riders Report.
Before we get started today, we want to recognize our existing YouTube members. A special thank you goes out to executive producers Bone Crusher 2D, Coach 34, and my mom, and our fans and Fans Plus.
If you'd like to become a member for as low as 99 cents a month and help support our channel, you can hit join below to learn more about perks like early access to the Riders Report, emojis and badges, a members only video per month, sneak peeks, and more.
There isn't much news in the Riders Republic world, but it is our favorite time of year. The X Games are back this weekend, Friday through Sunday. You can watch the event on ESPN or ABC, Twitch, and YouTube. And we just love watching all the events, especially the Knuckle Huck and Slopestyle competitions. If you do check it out, you might even see friends of TFG, Tom Wallish, and Brando Graham. And speaking of those live streams on Twitch, we'll be teaming up with the X Games this weekend to run a TFG event in the X Games Park. We'll be streaming on our YouTube channel, and they'll be showing it on the X Games Twitch. If you want more information, we'll have the date and time on all of our social media as soon as we have it set.
Okay, so we have 5 riders who answered the call so far and went to the Google form that was down below, and it'll be down below this video as well if you get inspired to submit something of your own. And we left it open-ended. So these were paragraphs. You could write a sentence. You could write 30. We just wanted to hear what everybody else was thinking in terms of the lore of Riders Republic, and these 5 are just chef's kiss. They're masterpieces.
Some of them went above and beyond, so we'll be going through all of these, and then in the next week or two, we will start to build our official, unofficial Riders Republic lore. So we might be incorporating some of these ideas, but we'll really be, setting the stone for what the Riders Republic is all about.
Yeah, well, without further ado, we have some dramatic readings to get to here. So, Mitch, let's kick it off. I'll throw it to you here for Saxquatch, which, by the way, second best name of the submissions here. We had 5 submissions. This is the second best name, and the best one was saved for last. So, Saxquatch, we'll kick it off here.
I actually like his name the best, his or her name the best. But his suggestion was if we could get the 9s in Riders Republic, that would be awesome. So not quite lore, but I would love to have the 9s in there. And who knows, maybe they could work their way into the lore somehow. They're hiding in the back channels, or they were created by the Shack Daddies.
Well, yeah, in one of the Shack Daddies, I'm really blanking on the name of the creator of the Audi 9s. Mm-hmm. But I know Nick knows him. Steep knows him. Maybe he's in cahoots with Brett or whoever created the land. Maybe they went to the designer of the 9s and said, hey, you've done it bigger and better than anyone, so you are the one who designs the Republic, and they just went for it. So there's something to be seen, and there's something to be said for this submission, but the other ones were a little more robust, so I'm getting ready to dive in here. Let's thank you very much, Saxquatch. Let's pass it on now to Wandering Rocks, who submitted this. Gary is an alien clone of Gary with 2 R's for Riders Republic. I see. I like that. So Gary 1 R is an alien clone of Gary 2 R's for Riders Republic, who is stranded in the Republic. And Gary is trying to rebuild his teleportation system to return home. The 4 doors that we heard of way in the beginning of the game are his trial runs, and we have fast travel thanks to him. So this is lore pertaining to fast travel and how we maneuver. Well, sorry, they've heard us. They heard that there's an alien in the Riders Republic, and we have emergency vehicles outside. But I do like this little element. That explains part of the magic. Is it magic? Is it high technology? Wandering Rocks is saying it's alien technology, and we're getting some of that flavor in Area 52 as well.
Yeah, I think once they added the aliens in, it's really taken a turn in what direction this lore could go. Because before that, it was somewhat normal, and then we got the aliens. We got these mysterious doors and hatches that you had to try and figure out, and it's just getting crazier and crazier.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. This I do like this theory. And one of my previous works, I hosted a paranormal radio show. So the alien edge, like I could really do a lot of fun stuff with that. So that might be sticking, Wandering Rocks. Thank you very much for your submission.
Yeah, and that could be our Nick Mitch radio station too. You could have your little alien show on there.
Oh, yes.
Anyways, we got a submission from Gani Gans, one of our frequent contributors, and his theory or lore goes with this. So
I don't believe this first sentence. I'm sorry. I'm going to let you read it. I don't believe this first sentence for a minute, but please take it away. Sorry.
That's because I think that was my idea, so you don't like it. Brett has a lot of money. He built this big building in Area 51 with Area 52 inside of it. It has all the best places in the world all in one. He recruited all those new riders. He wants them to evolve and get better than all the riders you see on TV like Ryan Williams, Jesper Shader. So to do that, he modified the bikes so you can have everything upgraded. All the riders have some little devices on them so they can teleport, backtrack, and all of the other features in the game. Remember, they're in Area 51 and Brett is rich. And the aliens that came in Season 4 took Brett, and the aliens are just disguised outside world riders.
Whoa. Are the NPCs all aliens? Is that what we're getting here?
I think he's saying that everyone in the Republic is being trained by Brett to be the best. Right. And so the aliens are other riders that came to kidnap the riders that are secretly training.
Oh my gosh.
This
is a lot. Well, I do like the alien theme that has continued here. I kind of like that. So it's going back to like the Truman Show thing, right? Where, Brett has trapped all of these riders. I don't know if they're trapped. Oh, he recruited all those new riders. Okay. So we don't know, they may have said yes in their will, but he may have just like closed the doors behind them. You can't get out. Mwahaha, kind of, evil villain that Brett is. Yeah, this also has legs. Now, the only wrench that could be thrown in this is if in the next season we have a rider. We have Jesper Shader, as a playable character in the game, or Tom Wallish comes into the game. That could throw a wrench into this lore. But other than that, I really dig this, that, Brett is just this schemer who's trying to take down big sport, big bike, big snow.
He's trying to create his own group of riders and just make them the best riders in the world and hopefully win all the events. Now we also got some lore. We already had some about Brett. We had some about Gary, but the character that's kind of, not the underdog.
We're missing
someone that's hidden, right? Kind of in the distance, in the shadows. This is Lacona or Iacona.
One of them. I was saying Iacona.
Iacona. I didn't know if that's an I or an L. Anyways,
neither did I.
This lore is about Suki. So they're studying the lore of Suki and watching her introduction. We know that she has won the X Games and may own the only pair of binoculars in the Republic. When do we get some? She also wants Brett's helicopter. After she shows us around the ridge, it appears that she is looking at a tablet. But what is on that tablet? Is she getting updates on the next group of people she has to introduce to the Republic? She's basically the one who gives tours every 30 minutes or so. She also did not notice a photo of young Brett on his fridge, and that's why she is completely surprised seeing the video of him later on. Lastly, we need the rest of Suki's clothing for purchase. I think we already got her shoes.
I love this, all of this. Somebody out there who loves the Suki storyline as much as us. I also love the first line. I'm studying the lore of Suki. You sure are, Iacona. This is amazing.
This is the whole backstory for her.
And yeah.
I like the direction of her, being the tour guide or the welcome guide of the Riders Republic, because knowing some other guides, either, like tour campuses or tour cities, she probably gives the tour and then she's hiding like behind one of those shipping containers when she's not giving a tour, like smoking a cigarette or just hanging out, like reading on her phone. And then an alarm goes off when the new mass race comes and all the riders leave the ridge. Then she has to go and welcome the new riders to the ridge.
Okay. All right. We're going to get deep with this and we're going to start connecting some lines. Okay. This does not follow the Alien storyline. Instead, we're going to dive into a cyberpunk Blade Runner kind of storyline here. I am going to propose, because Brett is so stinking rich and Brett has this massive, amount of wealth and he has this massive plan to just make, farm the best riders in the world. Suki did win all of the X Games, the Olympics, all of that. However, she's an android. Brett built Suki, constructed Suki to be materially the best rider ever. But that wasn't enough for Brett. He got all of the awards, he got all of the gold, all of the hardware, but it was empty. It meant nothing because there wasn't a soul behind the rider. So he is enlisting Suki to train mortals, actual human beings, to do this so that Brett may one day find the satisfaction he is looking for in bringing a rider to the top of their class.
Now, doesn't she also stand next to the training academy?
Yes.
Is that her?
I believe
because that fits perfectly if so. Because after she gives you the tour, she's the one training you.
Right. She's training you. She's giving you all of the updates. And she didn't notice a photo of young Brett on his fridge. That's why she's completely surprised seeing the video of him later on, because she was never programmed to know about Brett's life. She's seeing this. She's learning it. She has autonomy. She can think, she can learn and process. But if she didn't know the backstory, if that wasn't programmed in, she would learn it as any other rider would. I may have gone a little deep.
I like it. No, I think that's the direction we're going to go.
It works. And it's the only pair of binoculars in the Republic. They're fake. They don't exist. No binoculars really exist in the Republic. It's just her eyes. It's built into the eyes, and she holds props. We all saw the World Cup. People from Mexico were sneaking binocular flasks in to try and sneak alcohol into the desert. This has more legs than I want to admit. But before we dive into the entire Android universe, let's close out today's main topic with my favorite name of any of these submissions. I am so sorry, Saxquatch, but epileptical takes the cake. So here we go. This is the voiceover part. Mitch, if you would. This is the last recording of a park ranger.
It's been 4 years since the invasion. The riders have completely overtaken the area, and their magic allows them to do whatever they want. Even if they broke their entire body, they can just magically stand up instantaneously like nothing happened. I don't know how much longer I have. They're scouting my area like dogs, smelling me, trying to find me. Everyone I know has been taken. I don't know where you go once you are taken. Somewhere mysterious is all that I know. I've been trying to reach someone outside their indestructible boundary wall, but to no avail. Have the riders taken over the Earth? I believe the 7 parks are their capital, and the Ridge is their headquarters, but I have no intel on the leader. Are they friendly? Are they almost infectious, like converting anyone into one of their own? I live in Camp Curry, alone. If anyone receives this recording, most you can do is respond. A glimmer of hope. Someone, please save me.
We have a park ranger trapped in Brett's hell. His man-made nightmare machine training riders powered by androids. Aliens are attacking, but there's one guy that got scooped up in the mix, doesn't remember how he got there. He's trapped. He has no idea what's going on, and all he wants to do is go home to his family and have a real
This poor guy's stuck
burger.
forever.
poor ranger. Just, I'm in Camp Curry. Someone please help. He just keeps feeding us vegetables. The animals aren't real. They show up every other day. I haven't been able to approach one yet. Oh my God. This is phenomenal. I love all of these storylines. I love that we have building blocks. We have story arcs. There's so much that we could do with just these 5 submissions. Thank you so much again to Epileptical, Icona, Gunny, Wandering Rocks, and Sack Squatch for the first 5 little pieces of inspiration that we can use as we begin to build the lore of Riders Republic. Again, we would love to have your input as well. So if you can click the Google Forms link down in the description and give us your 2 cents on what is going on in Riders Republic, we would love to have you join the party as well. Mitch, is there any direction that you can glean from this other than what we've already stated? Like, are there any, concrete things that we can absolutely check off? Yes, we are moving forward.
Like most of what was here, and I think they work together even if they didn't talk to each other. So we have Brett trying to create the best riders possible in the world. I don't know if the last one or two, said they're working with the aliens. So maybe he, got working with the aliens to take over and invade the Riders Republic and then set up the barrier walls and is using some of their magic too, keeping the outside world from coming in. So I think Brett and the aliens all play into each other.
Yeah. Yeah. I really do like this. I think the biggest question for me is who really came first, Brett or the aliens?
Brando Graham. It's time for the X Games, baby.
Let's go. The first piece of Riders content we're featuring this week was submitted by Wandering Rocks, but it is not from Wandering Rocks. This is a channel, Crank Babies. It's Crank's channel, and he is hosting the second ever Ultimate Riders Championship in Riders Republic. Let me pull up the names. I didn't prepare. I'm so sorry.
I got it. It's Jimmy Kruk, Ian Hawk, BMX, Hawk Games. And I believe Wandering Rocks is a part of it too.
Titan Warrior, and Wandering Rocks as well. So there are 6 competitors going head to head. It is a 16-minute long video. This one is phenomenal. It is a great watch, and maybe we might reach out to Crank to branch off for TFG, because I really do like his style, and he had a little bit of voiceover there as well. So thank you very much, Wandering, for sharing the love, and congratulations to the winners. That's all I'm going to say.
And next up, we have a video from Mostly RR. This is a Riders Republic montage by Mostly RR and Jerky Lemon. And this is one of his, first little clips that I've seen, I believe. We might have had one before. Doesn't have too much on YouTube, but pretty popular over on TikTok. He's got 15,000 subscribers, and he's Mostly RR, so he plays this game a lot.
Yeah, don't sleep on Mostly RR. They've been making their presence known in the community as of late, and they're playing Monster by Skillet, which is such a jam. I mean, throwback to it is a couple years old. I think this song was on my MP3 player before the iPhone came out. So this is pre-2008, but it's still bangs. I love this song. So it's a great montage song. Go give Mostly RR some love over on TikTok and YouTube. And lastly, rounding out the pack, we have another one from the man, Gunny Guns, Intro to the Republic, episode 3 in South Bryce Canyon. Thank you so much for joining us for episode 60 of the Riders Report.
You almost did it again. A very special thank you goes out to our YouTube members. Of course, our executive producers, Bone Crusher 2D, Coach 34, and my mom, our fans and Fans Plus. We get to make some really cool stuff because of them. They help support the channel, and they get some cool perks like early access to the show, emojis, badges, a members-only video, and much more. Sneak peeks when we do TFG intro edits, too. It's always a great way to get some feedback on what we're working on. And if you can't support the channel, you can still subscribe and you'll catch all of our great Riders Republic content.
Yeah. Can't wait to enjoy the X Games this upcoming weekend. Good luck to all of the riders out in Aspen, and we will see yins in the next one. Yeah, well, wow. No, we won't. We'll see you right here. Don't leave. We're not done. You can also just subscribe for free to catch all of our Riders Republic content, including this show and our X Games. One. So, is this how episode 60 ends?
Mm-hmm.
It's just going to cut off mid-sentence. I'm just kidding. We'll catch you in next week, same place, same time for episode 61 of the Riders Report. I'm Nick.
And I'm Mitch.
We'll see you on the slopes.